Okay, this is my video of a third grade lesson centers for area and perimeter. The theme is construction. So we got our toolbox and our happy little helper. Say hi.
Hi!
So Liam gets to play with this toolbox after this recording. So he's very excited.
Really?
The standards, yes, really. The standards covered are all of the area and perimeter, understanding that it's made up of unit squares, understanding that area is multiplication, perimeter is adding up all the sides. So the tools included are the toolbox, the folder that accompanies it, and Unifex cubes. You can't reach them. All right, go ahead and open the toolbox. Inside the toolbox is our center blueprints, which is the student instructions for all of the different centers, as well as the centers have their own instructions in them. So we start with number 1, which is Legos. On the student instructions, it tells them what they will find in the box, what you'll find in the black folder that you need in order to record your data, and the different steps that are necessary. So here is the building area and perimeter Legos. On the back, it tells you what pieces are included with the Legos. Hold on, Liam. On the cover, it tells you the directions. And it shows a visual example of how you can use the Legos to determine the perimeter and the area. All right, now you can, has a dry erase marker and 2 differentiated colors. So yellow differentiated means the different level groups.
No, I know that, but how are we supposed to erase?
Shh. Mommy's making a video. So the yellow is your beginner group. And then the blue is for an added challenge. Inside the folder, the students are to find the yellow sticky that says Lego. Go ahead and take the clippy off. The first thing the students have, hold on, I need it. The first thing the students have is perimeter and area work mat. So it shows them what type of addition they need. They need to add all 4 sides. And they can find their perimeter in units. If they multiply one side and the other side, they have their area in square units. So there's the yellow mat for level A, and there's the blue mat for level B. When they're going through the cards, show the cards, buddy. When they're going through the cards, then they would record on their task card recording sheet. Again, it's set up the same way, showing how perimeter is adding all 4 sides and area is multiplying the 2 sides. Now, Liam did already get to play with this center once, so we will move on. Go ahead and put all the pieces back in the box. All right, you ready to look at number 2? All right, in our toolbox is center number 2. And that says area and perimeter dominoes. Go ahead and open it up and show what's inside. These are our area and perimeter dominoes. Go ahead and open them and find the start one. Inside the folder, students will find the yellow sticky note that says dominoes, and they'll have their work mat. I went ahead and laminated these, but they can be easily photocopied so that students can turn in their work at the end of it. It's laminated so that Liam can do it multiple times.
I've got a question.
Yes, you got start.
What after start?
Right after start, you'll see on the card that it says you need to solve for perimeter. So 2 and 6.
That would equal 8.
That's only adding the 2 sides. With perimeter, you add all 4 sides. So what would it be?
That would equal 12, and that would equal 4, so 16.
Okay, so then on this one, you would find the words perimeter 16 centimeters. And so that connects there. And then what's the next one tell you to solve
Area.
for? Area, which is
40. I mean, 20.
20. So then you would find,
20.
yeah, you can put it any way you want. And then what's this one asking you to do?
Area.
Yep. But in the meantime, the part that we were skipping was writing it down. So I know I didn't give you a dry erase marker right this second because we just got to make a video, okay? You can play with it later, I promise. So then he would put on here, your first dimensions is 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6. And you're finding perimeter. And then he would record it and then move on to the next one. All right, let's clip them back up and move on to the next one. And all of those instructions are outlined in the student center blueprints. We can just toss them in for right now with the clippy. There you go. All right, now moving on to number 3 in our toolbox. And this one, whole lot of words.
Building understanding of maps with
Area.
area and perimeter.
Okay, so let's see what's inside there.
A bunch of cards.
A bunch of cards. What's that first card? May I see it?
Instructions.
To plant a crop. Instructions. So for this one, we need to find in our folder the maps with area and perimeter.
Oops.
And these are my favorite. Here, take the clippy off. Mommy only has one hand. Without
I only have one hand.
Oh, you only have one hand too? Okay. Well, together we have 2. So on each of these cards, it states a different nation. And it tells you a little bit about famine or food shortages in those areas. And then it gives them directions to plant 3 crops and then calculate the area and perimeter of the crops. Don't forget to label your key indicating the different crops. So on this one, the students follow the prompt of how to plant a crop. They would draw a crop card, which each of it, now since they're building up to understanding, just tells you the size of the 2 sides. So students should at this point be able to understand the difference between area and perimeter so that they can plant the different crops. For differentiated instructions, we have our Unifex cubes that they can use on the different maps.
Zambia.
It's not zombies. It's Zambia. We have Haiti, Zambia, Timor-Leste, Yemen,
And the first
and
one
Ethiopia. Yeah. And down at the bottom is the key. So if they write on them with dry erase marker, then they'll be able to indicate on the key. And that includes our social studies standards of being able to map things, as well as a cultural diversity aspect, so that they learn just a tiny bit about the different nations. So Haiti suffers from droughts and hurricanes. Where Zambia in South Africa, this nation has a persistent food crisis due to unfavorable climate conditions, disease, and insect attacks. So it's a fun little way to include cultural diversity to the unit. And then go ahead and pull the last one, buddy. And our last, oh yeah, go ahead and put it back.
She forgot to put them back.
Yeah, I forgot to put them back. All right, and our last one is perimeter art. We're going to combine art with math. The first card is your instructions card. Instructions or directions.
Directions. Pick at least 3 colors.
Okay, show them the colors to pick from. We made little tiny folders.
Red, red, blue, orange, purple, green.
And on each of the different colors, it tells you what shape to make. So in blue, you make a 3-inch by 4-inch rectangle. So we know rectangles have how many sides?
4.
4 sides. So we're going to need 4 of these pre-cut pieces of paper. But we are also going to need our ruler to measure out which one's 3 inches and which one's 4 inches. This also includes the skill of using measurements. However, we did not do half units, so it's not quite the 3rd grade standard, but they still get to practice using the tool. And then in the folder, they found the black piece of paper that has the yellow sticky that says Art and Perimeter. And so once they build the shapes, they will glue it on here. Flip your card over, Bubby. Included on the directions is an example.
You had to build something?
Yeah, see? You build it whatever way you want. Using whatever 3 colors or 5 colors you want to use.
Wait, I thought it was
But you have to
only
do your
3.
measurements.
I thought it was only
What's the direction say?
pick at least 3.
At least 3 means 3 or more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The highest you can get is 4. God.
No, you can get 5, baby. It's hiding.
Oh,
And green's popping out.
I thought that was from blue.
All right. And that's our centers. And just for a little fun, we added a little comic that says, "Can we solve it? Yes, with math."
What these for?